When Brelshaza Hard released, it also released with few weird interactions and patterns that it's still unclear whether they are intentional or just your usual Amazon bugs. Considering that the hotfix did not patch this issue, I am leaning more towards this being an actual nerf to the raid that wasn't even documented. If you did Brelshaza Gate too hard, you probably also struggled with Prokel, especially if you pug it. Just like my own group, we accidentally stumbled upon this so-called feature or a bug where somehow we managed to bring two players into the Prokel room at the same time. At first, we didn't know how and why it happened, but then it happened again. We saw a pattern, and upon researching a little bit, we found out from other guild members that you can replicate it with almost 100% of the time. There are two ways this worked for us, and honestly, if this isn't a bug that's going to get hotfixed, then you should definitely use it and get your easy clears this week. You will normally start the gate 2 by interacting with a statue, staggering the head, and one of the players will go in. After that, it's all on 7 players outside fighting the head. Every time the head gets to 0 HP, Prokel gets staggered and a portal in his room appears that can take the player out to reset the stacks. So the player inside will have to wait and try to survive until the raid outside can bring the head to 0 HP. Then the Prokel player will exit, and a few seconds later it will trigger the stagger bar that after depleting will send another player in. Except that stagger bar gets refreshed and it stays until it gets depleted again, triggering the golden line that will bring second player in. Most of the times it works the first time you bring the head to 0, but almost always it works on the second time. The second way is when Prokel player dies. It will immediately trigger the new stagger that sends a new player in. From the clip you can see Artillery being dead, which was our first Prokel player. The stagger bar gets depleted fast and it sends Soulfist in. As soon as Soulfist goes in, you can see that the stagger bar gets refreshed and it can be depleted during non-mechanics patterns. After that bar gets depleted, the head gets staggered again and it starts channeling yellow line, which sends Destroyer in. After that we had a very weird interaction with the actual mechanic, as this bug can break the mechanics, and this being a pug raid we failed it. But you can see later that Soulfist and Destroyer are both in killing Prokel. At the end they managed to kill it, and after they got out, we were all dead. They managed to finish off the head and clear the raid without us even doing last two mechanics. This is still unknown whether it's intentional or a bug, but this isn't something that will get you suspended. So feel free to use it this week to get your easy and fast clears, as we all know how big of a jail can get you be. Thank you for watching and consider subscribing if this helps you, and also if you're struggling with other 5 Brelshaza hard gates, check out the 10-minute straight to the point guide I made for all 6 gates.